Okay, so overall, this week has felt a little bit lackluster is the word I'm going to use. Um, I just like to pull up the base reference of what I want to talk about. Um, I've put here, I feel like there's a lack of progress. I've been very productive. I could attribute that to, not very many hours put into Overwatch. Not much research being done, not much footage being captured, although that is just a part of ignorance and lack of focus on that. I wanted to get some scrim gameplay, but obviously when in a scrim environment, there's a lot of intensity to that, which is between rounds, Mick is speaking to us, and then we're speaking to each other, and we're making sure that we're all active. So pretty much there is no break between maps. It's literally just you play one map, Mick talks to us while we load into the next one, and then that's it. Um, which does definitely make it harder. I've got around about 2 weeks left, no, 3 weeks left now. So it's obviously that's not a lot of time. I'm gonna need to somehow, some way find some, or I know how. I'm gonna have to just remember next time, record some Scrim gameplay so I can analyze that. I can see what I learned from that identical experience. I can match that up with what I got from the surveys that I put out into servers full of people who do already do scrims and who have found improvement off the back of that. So I just need to show that that's how. Um, So besides the lack of practical, evaluative, and research skills, I did, however, do a tiny bit of research into statistical analysis. I couldn't find anything on context or contextual data analysis and how to track that and how to see improvements. But what I did see was a article or a theory written by Wired. It is dated. It's 2008, which obviously not perfect. It is definitely an out of date source, but there was some interesting things I found in there which I'm going to evaluate. Um, there is there is a small piece in here that I had found, um, and the thing is that even though it suggests that for scientific methods and for all methods, the best way of doing anything is to review data, and that there was a scientist who could um, found thousands of new species of bacteria, plants, and animals through statistical analysis. But the thing is, it wasn't just him analyzing this data. It was a factor of he had high quality, high grade, intense computer systems that analyzed this data. So there was IBM and Google-based statistical analysis programs running to review this data and find anomalies. And when anomalies were found, they would use this, and not only would they use this, they could use this to categorize new species or species in the same genome as other animals. And although obviously that doesn't apply to Overwatch, there is a certain amount of analyzing data to find statistical anomalies could be something, but I don't have anything that could do that, and I'm not smart enough to make anything that could do that, that could sift through games and that could sift through data to find to um that could pick out key areas that I'm lacking in gameplay compared to every other, top 500 Grandmaster players who have been promoted into Diamond. These are things that I'm not seeing as likely. I can't. do something like that. The closest thing that I can do to that is highlight key areas related to these sorry. Um, so highlight key areas related to the stats again. So same thing as discussed last week, which was just analyze analyze my own gameplay visually, contextually with Mick by myself, see where my faults are coming through, see how I can improve this, and essentially just once I've highlighted the key areas which I'm lacking in, or highlighted where I'm failing to perform, and then reviewing the stats related and seeing if there is a way of improving. Um, Obviously, with Zarya, there's the very, very obvious key area, which is average energy. That is a stat that is literally shown, which is exactly what I needed to improve. Um, so whether or not there's going to be another easy statistic coming up, I'm not sure. By next week, I will have this KPI finished off. So we'll see where that puts us. It is the 3rd today. So I've got 5 days left in my review as well, on my smart targets. Going forward, I think I will give myself a grace period of no smart targets, and then I'll do it Thursday to Thursday because that seems like the more reasonable way to do it. Or obviously depending on how much time I feel is needed to give myself. But I think that is roughly what I'm going to do though, with smart targets being set around Thursday or set to finish on Thursdays, as that's probably the most effective method for me. Other than that, it wasn't a very it was an empty week really. So moving forward, I'm gonna have to do a lot more work in the coming weeks. Um, Besides from that though,